Well, I'm talking about squirrels today with Angie from the Lake Oswego Backyard Bird Shop. And you know, squirrels, we either love them or hate them, but you really cater to both kinds of people at the store.
We do.
So what about loving them, so feeding them and taking care of them?
We offer all kinds of food for squirrels and nut boxes for squirrels, feeders. This is a basic nut box with a corn holder, and the squirrel just opens that up and takes the nuts from the inside, and they eat the corn from the front as well. Jays also like the corn.
You know, they are so smart, they can really figure out how to open that up and to really use it. I'm sure that it has to be filled almost every day.
It does need to be filled almost every day. You can ration squirrels if you'd like to, just giving them, you know, a cup or two a day. But if you feed them, they show up.
Yeah, that's true. So for the people, though, that they think they're such a nuisance, there's a lot of things that we could do to kind of keep them away from our feeders and away from our yards.
Definitely. We have all sorts of squirrel protection for feeders. Here we're showing a post baffle, and that is for a 4x4 post, but we also have a pole baffle for a shepherd's hook. These are a really cost-effective way to prevent squirrels from climbing up the poles, and they work very well.
Yeah, and it's adjustable, so that's really nice that it can do any kind of a pole like that.
It is, yeah. You can put it on any size pole from about a ½ inch up to a full inch.
And so it prevents them from going from the ground up.
Right.
They can't get around that.
That's correct.
Ah, neat. But I see that you have some other ones here, and it's like, because they are so crafty, I think people have gotten so ingenious about making feeders that exclude squirrels.
Right. Our best squirrel-proof feeders are actually the Squirrel Busters. These ones are weighted so that when a squirrel climbs on them, they actually close down. Those are going to be the most effective for keeping squirrels out of your bird seed.
And I noticed this one also has a baffle on top.
It does. This is a rain cover baffle. That's a new innovation for the Squirrel Busters, just to keep rain out of the food ports and keep the food from clumping.
There's also some that go on the top, though, so in case they're climbing over, they can't get down?
Top baffles do provide a protection from the top to keep squirrels from climbing down to a feeder. They work good in areas where maybe you're hanging a feeder from an overhang from the eave of a house, and you can put a top baffle on. It also protects against the weather.
But what about, too, sighting? So that's really important. Like sometimes I put it too close to a tree, and I notice them going down from the branches right onto the feeder.
Right. A Squirrel Buster, to be really effective, does need to be hung about 16 inches away from a wall or from a tree. And if you don't have a situation where you can accommodate that, then using a caged feeder is really effective. The squirrel can climb on the outside of the feeder and they can try to shake it, but they get very little food out. And the small songbirds, they just go right inside the cage.
And I see that you have this other one, and I have seen videos of this, and it's entertaining.
This is an entertainment piece. This is the Yankee Flipper, and this one is battery operated and rechargeable. And people usually buy this feeder if they really enjoy watching the squirrels get thrown from the feeder. This is it. This is what it does. It actually spins and throws a squirrel off when they climb on. Eventually, the squirrels do stop coming to this feeder, and so we have a tip from a few customers that what they like to do is to let the feeder die down, let the battery go ahead and die, let the squirrels feed for a couple of weeks, and then recharge it, and then the entertainment begins again.
Sometimes we have too much time on our hands.
Right.
And then what about feed? Because I've heard something, you could add something to the seed to kind of keep the squirrels away.
Yeah, we have a product here called Flaming Squirrel. And this is a habanero pepper oil that's added to the bird seed. You can coat any kind of seed with this oil, and it is hot for the squirrels. They're mammals, and they have a full array of taste buds, and so they really feel that heat, and they'll generally leave it alone.
Oh, that's funny.
We also have seed that has already been treated.
Okay.
This is sunflower seed that's all had the shells removed, and it's been treated with the hot pepper oil. And this one is more convenient.
Sure, you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
That is so nice. And I see that you have a handout, which is really nice to take home so that you have that information at your fingertips.
Sure, this is our handout on squirrel proofing an area. it provides a lot of information that you can take home. Also has some information about rats and mice and raccoons for preventing them in the garden, and how to just really keep your area clean and squirrel free.
Yeah, that's really important too. You know, there is a lot of information on their website, and they have many different sites that you could visit around the Portland and Vancouver area. So go to gardentime.tv, we'll click you over to their website, and you can get all those locations. Thanks, Angie.
Judy.